All right, we're back, and I've got the red oxide I'm going to be using for this for the scarves and stuff. I like the red oxide. I like the way it's not the real strong red, as we say. It's sort of a light red, and when I antique him, the red will show up even more. So it's not like the strong red that I use for the Santa Clauses and stuff like that. Also, when I do clothes a lot of time, or when I paint, not one of my better sides, as we say, I like things that look kind of worn, like they're not new. Where with the Santa Claus and stuff, you want to use some heavier reds and stuff like that, because you want them to show out and to brighten up. But when it comes to a person, scarves and things that they've worn before, of course, the difference, of course, in how a man paints and a woman paints is a woman, she wants a new scarf on there, so she might paint it much more brighter colors. And I'm like I said, a very conservative type person when it comes to painting, and we're all different. I love to go to carving shows and see two pieces that are the same. Maybe they're carved from a rough out, as we have done, or whatever, and they're painted different. That's just so fine. And you know, I'm sure that somebody could take my stuff and paint it just so wonderful, and make it look a whole lot better. But that's not the object. The object is not to outdo anyone, okay? And if that is the object in your carving attempt, is simply to outdo everyone, then you know, unless you make a living at it or something, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Because I'm going to tell you something, folks. Something that has hit the carving field so bad lately is that we are being really bombarded by foreign stuff. And what I mean is, you can look on eBay. All you gotta do is get on eBay and look up wood carvings, and probably 65%, or probably more than that, probably 85% of the carvings on there are from overseas, and that they do, and their prices and everything else are so cheap. Well, basically, walk into, you know, Hobby Lobby or something like that. All those Santa Clauses and stuff in there, you don't think that's done in America or by hand carvers, do you? No, that's all done by that's all done overseas. So it's, you know, even the carving field has been bombarded by foreign pieces. And like I said, people can take a piece and go overseas and make thousands of copies of it, and there's not really a whole lot you can do about it. And you can complain, but our courts are not going to tie themselves up with things like that. Okay, there we go. There you are. So if you're going to do it, let's do it and have fun. You know, let's just do it and have fun and enjoy ourselves, because you're going to have a rough time otherwise. All right. And I'll tell you the truth, if you carve, folks, you can probably sell your pieces to somebody around you or something like that, somebody that knows you. Anyway, that's the best way to do it. I mean, you know, if you're trying to make a living doing it, it's going to be tough anyway. So it's tough to make a living, you know, even as good carvers are. All right, let's go ahead and put our little flesh in here, and our nose. In it. Now let's let that dry for a minute, and then I'll put the eyes in it. Let's go ahead and get on our tree. I love this. This is Craftco. Folk Art makes this. This is a metallic Christmas green that they make, and I really love it. It's I used it for the elves. Elf stuff, and we're going to use it for the tree, and I really like it. It's very, very pretty green. It's got a metallic look to it. We're not going to go into great detail. We're just going to now you can go down in a craft store and get you some of those little Christmas balls, and I mean Christmas beads, and you can use those as ornaments on this little tree if you do one of them. To make it look really, really neat. We were discussing that about originality. See how that metallic looks? I think that looks good. It just, you know, when you find something that looks good or kind of looks like it's got glitter on it and all that stuff, really, really neat the way they did that. And I think what they're doing is they're actually using the glitter in the paint. And for a Christmas type deal, I think that's unique. Folks, one of the arguments that a lot of we have on not arguments, excuse me, discussions we have on Wood Carving Illustrated is about originality, and you know, well, are you original in all your stuff and things like that. And there's a few people that are original, but folks, 90% of the time when you do something, somebody else has already done it before. So don't worry too much about that. I mean, don't try to just literally copy someone and take it away from them, you know, and say it's your design and stuff like that. But in today's world, it's just like wood carving. Most wood carvers, like myself and other wood carvers, they learned wood carving from other people. So everyone that's probably wood carves today learned from somebody who taught them. You know, maybe it was a father, maybe it was another old carver, and really our ideas are not original. And you know, that's why I say don't worry about it all that much. It's you know, I could say, well, flat plane carving, for instance, the way I learned how to flat plane carve, you know, I mean, I actually learned by doing, you know, I learned by doing, but I also learned by looking at other people's stuff and the Triggs and Harley Russell, and you know, I mean, I learned the style by them. So to say that I'm an original person in my carvings, it's just really ridiculous. It is. I'm not an original person. Now maybe I changed the style a little bit, but even Harley, you know, Russell admits that we learned, you know, flat plane carving from the figure carvers of Sweden, you know, I mean, in Scandinavian places like that. We just might have changed it a little bit. So, you know, a lot of people get into arguments about all that stuff, and you know, am I original, and am I this, and am I that, and so have fun, folks. Have fun with your work. Enjoy what you do, because I'm going to tell you something. whenever it turns into work, I enjoy carving. I go out to the plant to work. To say that I enjoy going out to the plant every day, no, I don't. I admit that. I don't enjoy doing it. It's the headaches and the problems of it is not there. But I do it because I make a living doing it. And but so let's not get into all that about, well, is your stuff original? Is your stuff not? Is this, oh boy, takes all the fun out of it. Really does. Now I'm going to place this piece on a stand, so I'm not going to worry about the bottom all that much. A lot of people, you know, well, you don't paint the bottom. Well, most of the time, most of my pieces end up on a stand or whatever. Okay, we'll continue this.